Hello everyone, welcome back to a week in my life. I am vlogging this week and I'm so excited. Ignore the absolute mess. I haven't showered yet. It's gross, but I am about to go on a walk in a little bit. I've been really liking splitting my days with these like midday walks, even if it's literally 20 minutes outside, like 10 minutes there, 10 minutes back. It just rejuvenates me and makes me happier. And the fact that I can do that in winter is amazing. And I'm kind of using it as like my lunch break / walk break. And it's been honestly really nice and just like kept me more relaxed. Very good for mental health. 10 out of 10 recommend if you can do that. But anyways, today I have been having meetings on meetings, but I'm also trying to batch plan my content, so I need to eventually plan it out. I haven't planned it yet. It's ironic having a social media management planner app and then not being able to plan anything because I'm just so busy. But right now we just had a marketing meeting this morning. It went really well. Have some new ideas coming. Definitely need to plan all of that. And then I'm also working on budget and payroll and all of that stuff. I just filed 1099s, which is so much fun. But I had called QuickBooks yesterday for help because my e-file for 1099s was not working. Like, it was literally giving me an error every single time. And oh my gosh, the saga. If you follow me on Instagram, you know, but I will give you a too long didn't read version. Pretty much what happened was, first I chatted them. I chatted online support. The person on chat support said that I was in the wrong like chat box and I needed to talk to someone else. So they sent me a link to another chat box to talk to that person. So I had to go to that link. So transfer number 1. Had to go to that link. I chatted the second chat box. Why do they have 2? I don't know. Chatted the second one. She said she can't help me. I need to call this number. Okay, so I called this number. The person I called said that they couldn't help me, so they transferred me to someone else. That person said that they couldn't help me, so then they transferred me to someone else. This is already like 5 transfers at this point. That person said that they couldn't help me, so they transferred me to someone else, but in the transfer, the call hung up. So I had to call them again. Same thing happened. Sorry, can't help you, gotta transfer you. I was getting annoyed. I was like, this is the 5th time you guys have transferred me. Please make sure I'm being transferred to the right person. This is so annoying. I was getting very frustrated. Hung up. After the transfer, she was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Like, I'm gonna make sure that this gets through. Transfers me, and then it just hangs up after like 30 seconds of trying to be transferred. And I call again. This is my 3rd time calling. The girl on the phone says, I can't help you. You have to call another number. She doesn't even say I need to be transferred. She just says I have to call another number. And I'm like, what number do I need to call? She tells me I need to call this number. She gives me a number. It's the number I called to call her. It was the exact same number. I was like, ma'am, this is the number I'm calling to call you. Like, what is going on? She gives me another number to call. I had called that number earlier. It was one of the first 2 that I had called. And so then she's like, oh my God, like, let me give you another number. Gives me another number. It's the wrong person. She transfers me again. At this point, I don't even know how many transfers I've had, maybe like 10. Finally, it works. So eventually I was able to file my 1099s, but I was getting so frustrated. So QuickBooks is a good software, but their customer service is the absolute worst, and I would never recommend you talking to them. Anyways, that was my rant. Oh my gosh, it's like half this vlog at this point. Just sitting here working, did all of the tax stuff, budget stuff, and now I am actually about to post a job posting. We are hiring a front-end developer, and it is because our front-end developer actually had to leave. So he's giving us his 6 weeks notice, which is really kind. He's helping us find someone. He's helping us onboard them, but he's leaving for just another opportunity, which is so bittersweet. And it's the first time anyone's ever left. So it was just really sad. And we're like happy for him for obviously going to another opportunity, but we're really sad because he was such a crucial part of our team. And now this is just like added stress, obviously trying to hire someone new. So yeah, if you're a front-end developer that works with Flutter developer, let us know. We'll have the application out. Back to work.
Should I completely remove that, or should I add? What I was saying to add is, in addition, agrees to request to use influencers' content for marketing collaterals on a case-by-case basis. I gave her the red lines and I was like, please let me know which one you like, please review, let me know which one you think. And they said, have her sign it.
Okay, I think then you're able to edit it the way that you would like it.
Yeah, so did I completely remove it, or should I put that like that it can be negotiated on a case-by-case basis?
I would say add the negotiation part.
Okay, cool. All right, that was it. And then today I'm gonna do the contracts. I'll send those to you in a bit so we can send it to them.
Thank you so much. You're so on top of it. Thank you. if it's not already done, I haven't checked, so you could have already done this, but see who we have to invoice and like what's been completed. Like just make sure that's all up to date and let me know who we have to invoice. Currently what my system looks like. So I spent the past few hours last night applying and reaching out to VC firms, and this is so much more time consuming than I thought because I need to make sure that Rella is a good fit for their thesis and their portfolio, but also want to make sure that they're a good fit for us as well. So I pretty much was just making a list of venture capital firms that I wanted to reach out to, and here are the ones that I've reached out to. It's also Miami Hack Week this week, so I'm actually going to an event this week, which I'm so nervous, but I'm going to How to Effectively Grow Your Social Media Marketing, Metaverse, NFT, Web3 Products with Otis AI. I will let you know how that goes, and I will take you along with me, but I'm nervous, guys. I'm really, really nervous. I also did my makeup today, and I feel so much better because I have been so insecure because my acne has been so bad lately. It's just been really embarrassing, and I'm so insecure about it. So I did my makeup today, and it's so funny, like whenever I look presentable on camera for meetings, everyone's like, you look nice. Like, are you doing anything today? Like, it's just out of character for me. So right now I have a tiny break, and I'm actually going to make some breakfast, make some coffee, and then figure out the rest of my day. I have quite a few meetings, and I need to rearrange my schedule a little bit. So I have to like reschedule with some people. I feel like I reschedule all the time. Anyways. My absolute favorite things to do when I am in a rut is to take a Skillshare class, and this video is sponsored by Skillshare, which I am so excited about. If you don't know, Skillshare is the largest online learning community, and there are so many courses and classes on there that are honestly really fun. They're really productive. They make learning in such like an easy way. There's classes for self-care. There's classes for like how to use your iPad or how to draw on your iPad. There's classes about gardening. I've literally taken a gardening class on Skillshare. Like there's so many different things that you can take. So it's great if you either want, you know, to learn a new skill, hence the name Skillshare, or if you want to really build up on your skills and get better. Personally, I like taking it while I'm working or after I work, and it doesn't feel like I am like working. It doesn't feel like I'm like stressing myself out. If anything, it de-stresses me because learning about something I am interested in is one of my all-time favorite things to do. They are taught by experts also, so that you know that you are going to get a good class. Personally, I just took, this is going to sound funny, but I've been really into self-care lately. If you watch my videos, I watched the ultimate self-care class with JVN, so Jonathan Van Ness. When I saw that he had a class, I was like on it. So loved that course. Definitely recommend it if you want to really like perfect your self-care routine. If you want a free month of Skillshare, you will not regret it. The first 1,000 people to use my link will get one entire free month of Skillshare, so definitely be sure to use it and let me know what your favorite class is. I have been in such a funk lately, and it's been one of those moments where I feel like I've been in a funk for like 2 to 3 months. It's not just like a weekend. I think a lot of times we think to get out of a funk, we have to be like out and about and doing fun things, but that's really unrealistic for a lot of people. I mean, majority of people work 9 to 5 or longer hours, and they just don't have time to like go out and have fun during the week at least. So I don't want it to seem like you have to be doing like the most fun things to get out of a funk. I think a lot of it is mindset, a lot of it is organization, a lot of it is just getting re-inspired by podcasts, by learning something new, by watching YouTube videos. And right now I actually already worked out this morning, which always helps me, but it's been part of my routine. So I feel like nowadays it's just like natural to me, like I always have to get up and work out. So I worked out this morning, I took a shower, I got ready, and one thing that always helps is actually getting ready and like looking a little bit better. I feel like whenever I either have like not good skin or when I'm feeling like not cute, sitting around like that all day just makes me more in a funk, which might be superficial. It might be something that's like, what the heck, I don't get it. But for me, that's just what happened. So I decided to put on some makeup today. But I also just want to do a few more things that just make me feel more productive. I've answered some emails. I did a little bit of my morning to-do list, and now I'm about to have a call. And I scheduled this call because I knew that whenever I speak to other people, and whenever I speak to people like that are other entrepreneurs or in the space, like in the startup space, it really just like reinvigorates me. And so this is kind of a challenge for you to go and talk to someone that is in your field of work, or not even in your field of work, but where you want to be. So like if you are working accounting, but you like really want to be into fashion, for example, go speak to someone in the fashion industry and you, I swear, will be like reinvigorated. So that's one thing that I'm doing, is going to speak to Julia. Julia is the founder of Home from College. I've spoken to her for like so many times in the past just about everything that we are doing, and she is incredible and she's awesome, and so I'm really excited to talk to her. So I'm about to hop on a call with her in 3 minutes, and I need to chug some water. Need to do that. Don't hate me, I don't use plastic water bottles. This was just given to me and it'd be a waste if I don't use it. So anyways, I'm about to jump on this call, and hopefully by the end of the day, I'm out of this funk. Hey.
Hello, Miss Queen. My God, it's so good to see you. How are you?
Good. It's so nice to talk. I feel like we haven't talked in like over a year or something.
I know. And I feel like a lot of big things have happened in your life. It's great, but I need to hear about your business. So tell me about because you literally just launched, like, was it last week? 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, it was 2 weeks ago. But I left New York in September of 2020. So I left New York like a year and a half ago, which is crazy. It doesn't feel like it's been that long. Not only did that conversation recharge me, but it just made me so happy to realize like how nice people are out there. Like people are so willing to help. And then after that, I had a podcast for the Ageless podcast with Kit Keenan and Cynthia Rowley. And I'm not gonna lie, I was fangirling a little bit. I was like, how am I talking to these two amazing women? I was just like shocked. So it was like really, really cool. And even though I've been on social media for so long, it always shocks me when I see people that like I know that I think are like super successful and famous and all of that, like know who I am. And I'm like, whoa, that's weird. So now I have a call, and the next 2 hours I am actually giving back. So not, that sounds bad. I'm giving back. No, but these calls, I feel like calls earlier, I feel like usually I am like I have to be like asking questions and, you know, networking and putting myself out there. And right now, I like to say yes to people that want to jump on calls with me, because I really appreciate when people take the time to talk to me. Like if I'm like, hey, can I please pick your brain? Can we have coffee? Can we chat? And then I ask them a ton of questions. I'm always so appreciative, and I can't believe people say yes to that. So whenever people do that to me, I always feel very inclined to say yes, because I know how much it means. So I'm about to jump on a call with someone who is just pretty much going to ask me questions for an hour, and then another call where someone's going to ask me questions for an hour. So I'm going to do that right now. I made my second cup of coffee. Actually, the first one was from Chick-fil-A this morning, which is honestly good for the soul also, but this one is an at-home coffee. I've been drinking regular milk instead of oat milk to see if oat milk causes breakouts, because dairy for me doesn't, which dairy causes breakouts for everyone, but like hasn't caused me any breakouts. So gonna see if that's the issue. But this mug is so cute. It's from Living Proof, and it says, I don't want to spill, but it says, may your day be as nice as your hair. My hair is not nice today, but that's okay.
And so I think having been in the industry for so long, being at the point where you have teams and resources and all of that, there's a lot to be said about your mindset and how you built all of this stuff up and how you refrain from falling victim to a lot of that stuff. Spend some time on that topic.
Yeah, so I always like being an influencer or content creator, it can definitely be a full-time job. Like you have to balance, you know, creating content, and it's depending on the level of content. Some people spend like 48 hours editing one video. Other people spend 2 hours. Like I spend like 2 hours, you know, like my stuff is not like cinematic. Like it's just I provide value, it's relatable, like that's my niche. It's not really like you watch me because it looks like a movie. So it totally depends on the type of content you're creating. But for me, I've realized that being a content creator in general can definitely be a full-time job. And are you asking like how I balance it, or like what my mindset is like, or what's, I guess, like the specific?
Very open question. I would start by just asking, like, if you were to be guiding somebody who is a creator on their brand is blowing up, they're having sponsorship deals coming through, how would you coach them to stay the course and not fall short? You know, I'll leave it open like that.
Yeah, so one thing definitely is that once you realize that this is a business, I think you can start treating it like one in your head. Usually when people start, they start as like a hobby. I'm just gonna post videos for fun, I'm just gonna post content for fun, and I'm gonna see what comes out of it. Instead of treating it like, this is my job, I need to show up, and if not, I'm not gonna do well. And like, I actually, like, also when you start getting brand deals, you have a job for the brand, you know, like they are hiring you. And so even though it's a two-way street, like yes, you're creating content for them, but they at the end of the day are hiring you, and you have to do a good job. So that's one thing that I would always like keep in mind, is that start treating it like you would a normal job. Obviously it's more fun, you have more freedom, you have more flexibility, but you have to have that mindset of this is a responsibility that you have, and like you have to show up for it. So for me, like what I would do is one of the first things I did when I started treating it like a business was set a consistent posting schedule. So I would say every Wednesday I'm uploading a video. Like every single Wednesday I need to have a video done, because before I was treating it like a business, and this is before I started making money off of it, but I started having that business mindset. And so before that I was like, oh, I'll just upload once a week. And then a week would pass and I wouldn't have anything uploaded because I never had that consistency. And so it'd really be like, I upload whenever I can. Like some weeks I'd upload 3 times a week, and then sometimes I'd go 2 weeks without uploading. So having that consistency is definitely one thing. Having also some content pillars is what I like to do. So you're not only gonna talk about one thing. I don't really like niching down to something super, super specific, because I think that's unrealistic, but having content pillars where your content falls in. So for example, for Rella, you know, we have content where it's like, okay, this is gonna be like trendy content that has to do with like social media. Then we're gonna have providing value, so like social media news, like any news that comes out of social media. Another content pillar is influencer growth, or like social media growth. And like if it doesn't fit in those pillars, then we're not gonna post it. So I think for your own personal brand, you can do that. For me, I talk about entrepreneurship, I talk about productivity, business, social media. If it doesn't really fit in those pillars, it doesn't provide value that I'm hoping to provide, then I don't want to post it. So as with mental health, with being a content creator, it's a lot of different things. One, it's the stress of like, you constantly have to outperform yourself. So you're not competing with anyone else but yourself. Like if a video flops, you're like, what did I do? You know? And so I think that is one thing that you always have to keep in check. Like it's okay if not every piece of content is gonna do well. Some videos aren't gonna do well, some pieces of content are gonna flop, and that's fine. Doesn't mean that you're a failure or anything like that. So you have the added stress of that. Then you have the stress of like, everything is on you. If you don't make money this month, you're not getting paid. So like having that. So with that, you know, try to kind of have your next few months planned out. Like what brand deals are you doing the next few months? Do you have long-term partnerships? What are you going to do to monetize? Because I think it's very easy to forget, especially if you're making money at first, you're not really paying attention to like what you're going to get paid in the future. And so always making sure that you have like monetization coming in and ideas that are coming in that will monetize, I think is really important, or blocking certain words. And then with the stress of like how you're going to compete against yourself, have like a content planner that you know every piece of content you're planning for the next week to a month. You know, like some people don't like planning too far ahead. So for the next month, you should have content out so you know, okay, this one didn't do well, but you know, I think that this one will do well. And
how do you think about ego? What have you observed in people who have struggled with that? Because that's obviously important to keep at bay.
Yeah.
Confidence, but not ego.
Right. So ego, I think, happens when you start thinking like everyone loves you, you're growing really quickly, and not even everyone loves you. Usually it's just you're growing quickly and you have a lot of numbers. I think that's when ego hits. It's like, yeah, I have haters, but like whatever, like look, I have 5 million followers, you know, and like that's when you get in your head. For ego, I think one thing to always keep in mind to put things in perspective is you would not be here without these people. And the reason why you got to where you are is because they liked you as a person, most likely. Like most likely people on social media, it's like they follow you because they liked you as a person. And so the second you start acting like you are better than them, like you are better than people, that you are, you know, ahead of them, or like you don't need them anymore, is when they turn on you. And rightfully so if you act that way. So